Okay, so this morning we are leaving our hostel here in the town of Leon, and we're heading northeast of here to Matagalpa, which is the coffee region of Nicaragua, and we've got a couple of buses to get. We're not sure how we're going to get there yet, but that is part of the adventure.
Ella quiere farra, farra, farra.
¿Matagalpa? Sí. Gracias.
Farra, 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 farra.
We're on a bus. And we're on the bus trying to get to Matagalpa, but we don't actually know, we don't think this bus goes all the way, so we need to change buses, but we're not actually sure where we change buses. So we're hoping somebody's going to tell us, but we think it's about 2 hours away that we need to change the bus.
Yeah, the bus driver actually, when I said where we want to go, he said get off and then you can change. So I'm hoping that he remembers and tell us where to get on.
If not, we're on till the end.
Te vuelves loca cuando escuchas mi ritmo. Ella se lo canta como si fuera un himno. Ella quiere farra, farra, farra.
So you can see as we're driving that the landscape is slowly getting more and more mountainous, and I think where we're going to in Matagalpa is actually in the mountains where they grow the coffee.
Ella quiere farra, farra, farra. Ella está soltera, no tiene alguien que la amarra. Como tú vives, te cuento.
This fabulous system not only transports people to places they need to be, but also it transports goods that need to get there.
Como tú vives, te cuento que tú eres una por ahí de miles. Estás más buena que paloma y no eres de Chile. Tú hablando de cross y yo en bici, soy Carlos Vive.
Matagalpa, Matagalpa, Matagalpa.
So we've arrived in Matagalpa and we left the bus station, tried to find a taxi, but the problem was we didn't know exactly the address where we were going because we needed the internet to get the address. So the taxi driver wouldn't take us. So we've walked probably for about 20 minutes and we found this wonderful coffee shop which is within a couple of blocks, we think, of where we're supposed to be staying. And so we've taken advantage. We stopped to use their Wi-Fi. I've ordered a nice big plate of nachos because I'm absolutely starving, and we've used their toilets, which is always fabulous.
I think we'll be back here because they sell carrot cake.
That's Marianne's favourite.
Although we're having like just a lunch, I've spotted carrot cake. I'm coming back.
How good do those nachos look?
I'm a little bit jealous.
Lovely.
Well, this is our first rain since we've been in Central America. We have just arrived in Matagalpa, which is the coffee region, and it's right up in the mountains, and it's raining. In fact, it's pouring. But this country really needs it. It's been super dry, and although the rainy season is supposed to start in May, we are now the 2nd of April and it's in dire need of rain. So I'm actually delighted that it's raining.
So it's our first morning waking up in the town of Matagalpa, and Marianne has managed to get some hot water. So we're starting the day with a cup of coffee.
I feel a little bit bad because I've got just like instant coffee, and we're about to go to a tour to find out all about how hard they work to create this beautiful coffee before it's trashed into little bits of powder. So yeah, we're going to go and actually see how beautiful and how tasty real coffee is.
So first I need some caffeine to wake up.
Eso es breve, ya tus pasos se acercan. Tú me debes.
So one of the things that Matagalpa is famous for is its coffee plantations, and here in the town of Matagalpa they actually have a museum showing the history of coffee. So we've come down here today to try and learn a little bit about coffee and have a look around. And even better is that it's free to get in.
And any museum dedicated to coffee is absolutely fine by me.
Absolutely. I've had my coffee now, so I'm buzzing. So did you know that coffee first started in Ethiopia? And actually here in Nicaragua, coffee is the biggest export of the country. It's really interesting to hear the history of coffee, and in the early 1990s the coffee price increased a lot, and what happened was farmers invested heavily in machinery and things to make the farming process more efficient. Unfortunately, when the coffee price later dropped, they were unable to pay back their loans, many of them, and as a result there was a lot of people that suffered from starvation, and in fact over 100 people in the areas around Matagalpa actually died from starvation.
So as part of meeting lovely people, we even get gifts, and this lovely lady has given us a really cool DVD explaining the whole process of coffee, the growing, the looking after.
So one of the things in Matagalpa is they've got loads of shops.
Fashion galore for every age, sex, requirement, anything. There is everything, shoes, clothes, loving it. I wish I had room in my rucksack.
No room.
So one of the things that we are finding in Matagalpa, like the rest of Nicaragua, due to the problems that they had last year, tourists are not here. And it's a real struggle, and we feel such sympathy and empathy for the people of Nicaragua. And in Matagalpa, they have one tour operator that specialises in day tours. Like all the tour groups, if you're going to fill a boat that's going to go whitewater rafting, they need 10 people, and we are just 2.
But Matagalpa Tours, based here in Matagalpa, is the longest standing and main, if not the only tour operator in the town.
Yeah. Well, something that has absolutely blown us away about Matagalpa is the fact there are so many beautiful modern restaurants with Wi-Fi, lovely beautiful shops. There are literally designer shops and fashion outlets everywhere. This is clearly or possibly was or still is a very affluent area. I'm sure it's to do with the crops, but we are loving the fact it's so beautiful. You can get anything.
So we're just leaving our hostel here in Matagalpa, and we're gonna try and find where to get the ticket for the ticket bus to El Salvador, because apparently there is an office here in town.
Noche con maldad. Yo soy preso de esos besos y tu piel. Yo sé que eso se repite otra vez. Baby, te quiero para mí. Tomando y viendo Netflix. Ya no se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir. Baby, te quiero para mí.
Hola. What time does the bus go?
El autobús, vamos de Somoto a 5 en la mañana.
5 o'clock in the morning. We found the office to buy the tickets, and it's going to go from Somoto to San Miguel in El Salvador. and it apparently leaves at 5 o'clock in the morning. It costs $50 per person. So normally when we've been taking transport, we've been taking the chicken buses. However, because we're keen to get to El Salvador time-wise, and there's 2 border crossings, that we've decided to go a little bit more upmarket, like we did from Panama to San Jose, and to actually take the Nica bus, which is an air-conned direct bus that crosses both of the borders. So watch this space. We should be getting that when we leave Somoto. So today we are leaving Matagalpa, and we are currently walking to get the chicken bus to Somoto.
Woohoo, Somoto, where we will be canyoning.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So yeah, it's about 20-minute walk to the bus station, a couple of chicken buses, and we should be in Somoto by early afternoon, hopefully.
Indeed.
Same thing.
Oh, I just think it's really helpful and funny when the guys shout out where they're going. It's just really cool and great fun. Love it.
So we think we have to change in Estrella. In fact, we know we have to change in Estrella. So we're trying to get the bus to Estrella as stage 1 of the journey today. Yeah. Somoto!
We're on the bus. These bus drivers are phenomenal people because they are also helpful. Even if you go to somebody's bus that isn't their bus, they will point you in the right direction and help you.
Ella quiere farra, 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 farra.
We've got a new friend in front of us who's just bought us some grapes. So I'm going to have to give her some money because we can't just take things from people, that's just too much.
Piña de queso, pastelito, a 10 los pasteles.
Well, that was entertaining. I've just been listening to a man with a cheese grater and a carving fork making music.
And I bought more peanuts.
Hola!
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Muchas gracias. So we're just getting a taxi a short distance so we can get the bus, the next bus, to Somoto.
Yeah.
So the last journey took about 2 hours. But yeah, so far so good. Everybody's been super helpful. So we've made it onto the next bus to Somoto, and all good. So far so good. It's very hot. The sellers are on the bus again, and we've just bought a couple of pouches of water.
Yeah.
Because we're really thirsty. So if you're on the chicken buses and you're claustrophobic, it's probably best not to come on the chicken buses. It's a bit busy.
It's very busy. We're a bit squeezed.
We're in Somoto. Oh, we're nearly there. After a 5-hour bus ride and a 15-minute walk, we've arrived at the Somoto hostel. Is there anybody in? Somebody is coming.
They're coming. I'm waving. Hola.
Hola.
Ella está soltera, no tiene alguien que la amarra. Farra, 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 farra. Ella quiere farra, farra, farra. Ella está soltera, no tiene alguien que la amarra. Siento que tú y yo sentimos lo mismo. Nos ha cuadrado como si fuera algoritmo.
I'm just gonna say, every time we go on a chicken bus, we meet fabulous people that help us along our journey. So thank you so much for helping us. English is amazing.
Amazing. So one of the things about traveling on the school buses is there's no toilets. So when you need to go, you need to cross your legs. We're taking pictures of you, you're taking pictures of us. Ordered a strawberry drink, and around the top of the glass they've sprinkled what has to be the most sourest thing I have ever tasted in my life. And Marianne is volunteering to lick it so you can see her reaction.
No, we're both doing it.
Oh, we're both doing it now. Marianne's, we're both doing it now, apparently. Hold on.
So it is the most delicious like strawberry drink, but around the top it's salt,
Lemon.
and spices. Oh, it's picante. It's chili. It really is. Oh. Yep, salt. Lemon.
The sourest thing ever. Sugar coated nuts.
Nuts. I can't beat the nuts.
And there is an office here in
Managua, Managua!
Go on, you can do it.
I've already done it and it's so sour.
Do it again, it's funny. Do it again, it's funny. It's not about you.
Don't lick the glass. So Marianne's just going to call her dad for his birthday.
Hello, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Love from Nicaragua, how are you?
Chris actually had somebody sitting on his shoulder at one point. That was quite funny, actually. I think Chris has issues with his personal space.